Toastmaster Leslie here, who is going to talk about that beggars can't be choosers. Beggars can't be choosers, Toastmaster Leslie. Yeah, I would request Toastmaster Vijay to read out the objectives as Leslie is here.
Speaker is going to attend project 2, organize your speech, and objectives are: select an appropriate outline which allows listener to easily follow and understand your speech. Make your message clear with supporting material directly contributing to that message. Use appropriate transitions when moving from one idea to another, and create a strong opening and conclusion. Time is 5 to 7 minutes.
The monsoon rains were lashing the city. Hordes of cars were lined up in peak traffic. Everyone was rushing towards their respective abodes when I saw her, completely drenched, with a small baby in her arms and nowhere to go. Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests, at a traffic signal, in the train, in blistering heat, whether sunshine or rain, we encounter these children of a lesser God. An old man with stumps for arms, a young woman with a disfigured face, a blind man who maybe once could see, a young girl with a wild-haired baby on her hip. The examples are numerous, either asking for money or moving their hands in the universal gesture asking for food. The question is, are these people begging out of their own free will? Don't they have anything better to do in life? The answer to this question is no. The poverty is for real, but the begging is often under organized gangs. Old men are kept starving and bone thin on purpose. Babies are rented from their mothers each day. Children are kidnapped and maimed so that the begging can look more credible. Did you know that these beggars are sometimes addicted to solvents, alcohol and grass, which are supplied by these gang leaders so that they can be kept under their control? Welcome to the new corporate, where there are elaborate trainings, where there are departments and where there are incentives. The trainings are often on begging techniques. What are the places to beg? What are the kind of people you should beg from? What are the dialogues and mannerisms to use so that you can evoke more sympathy? The more tortured or tormented a person, the more unfortunate he looks. How many of you have seen the movie Slumdog Millionaire? You might recall the gruesome scene in which a boy is intentionally blinded so that he can earn more money as a beggar. The other important aspect is territories. Religious places are the most important places to beg. What better than a church or a mosque when a person is just out from his prayer to get the most amount of alms? These are tier 1 places, outmarked. The beggar has to pay a large share of his income to the gang leader to beg at these places. Any guesses on what could be tier 2? Traffic signal and a railway station. Why? Because these are the places where you can expect the most amount of footfalls, where you can expect the more the people, the more the opportunities to beg. I will now share with you a real story. This story is about Amir, a 12-year-old boy. Amir lives in a town in rural India. He is beaten each day by his violent and drunken father. One day, Amir says enough is enough. I want to go to Mumbai. So he catches a train for Mumbai with big dreams in his eyes and hope to make a fortune. After 3 days, Amir gets off at CST. He is tired and he is hungry. So he comes out on the railway platform and starts begging for food. A young couple approaches him, gives him some tea and biscuits. Amir looks at them and thinks, these might be religious or social workers. Let me ask them for a job. The couple asks him to tag along with them. So Amir sees a ray of hope to make a fortune in this city. As Amir is walking with them, he feels unconscious. The food that was given to him is drugs. Amir is bundled into an auto rickshaw. He is taken to a nearby municipal hospital where a doctor is paid to amputate one of Amir's healthy legs. Amir is today one of the hundreds of children who are crippled or maimed by these gangs for their benefit. He is today one of the lowest of the low, far away from the zenith that he could have reached. Now, what can we do about all of this? The begging ring works mainly because of the kind of money involved. What if there was no money? So if a beggar approaches you, instead of thinking about them and giving them small change, what you can do is give them food packets, which you can carry along with you, or better still, you can actually offer to buy street food. Never give to women with babies, because the babies are often not theirs. Give to children who do some small task for you. Like for example, children on the signal who offer to wipe your car, because at least they are endeavoring to do some work. If you are in the mood for charity, give to a charitable institution that works with the poor. Give to an NGO that works towards the eradication of beggars. Now, I understand that it gets absolutely difficult to refuse a child or a woman who seems to be in dire straits, an old man or a crippled who has no alternative. The best thing to do is to approach them with love, is to look at them in the eye, keep your voice soft, and say a firm no. Let them know that I respect you, I honor you, and I know that you are alive like me. Over to you, Madam Costa.